Good afternoon, YouTube. I got a request this morning asking about the clearance between my bigger tires and the frame on my little off-road trailer I built. I thought rather than doing a video that showed just that specific part, I would do a walk around of the whole trailer. So the first thing I did was cut the coupler off and add on this 2-inch receiver to the front. You can see here it's got a tightener on it just to keep a little bit of rattle out, and it's got the off-road hitch that I built. I will link the video I did to my first video where I was testing this out, and also a link to where I got this design from. It's not my design, but it seems to be a very good design so far. You can see it gives you 360 degrees that way, and probably about 160 up and down, about the same side to side as you'd get out of a ball coupler, but you get a lot more of the other two directions. I also added on this pipe mount jack from Kurt. This swivels up out of the way. And then the big thing that I did was, obviously I cut the fenders off and put these bigger fenders on. I just welded it to the top, added a little spacer there and welded it. If I had it to do over again, I would have welded a piece of flat stock between this piece and the one in the back, and then bolted the fender onto that. But this works. You could probably stand on it and it wouldn't go anywhere. And then I added on these tires. They were off an old camper I had. I don't have the camper anymore, but I still had the tires. They're basically a 27-inch tire. They're a 205/75/15. And to get those to mount, I added a couple of 2-inch wheel spacers. I got those right on Amazon. I'll post a link to those as well. And as you can see, to answer your question, John, I believe your name was, there's a good amount of clearance still. It's probably about 1.5 inches between that spring hanger bolt and the tire, and about 2.5 inches between the tire and the frame itself. Another modification I did is I added these little pieces of, this piece of flat stock, put a bolt through it so that I can take my tailgate off. That just slides up out of those slots in the back and it hangs on the side. It gives me a nice little spot. Gives me a nice little spot to put my camp stove or coffee maker or whatever. And then I got a couple of these Reese bags. I think they're made for a rooftop carrier. I got 2 of them and those fit perfectly in here, and it gives me plenty of room to put all my camping gear. But I might do a few more upgrades to this in the future. Probably a tongue box with some power, battery and a couple of power outlets for charging cell phones and whatnot. But this is what I got so far. I've used it once for camping. Worked perfect. I haven't really had it off-road to see how it does off-road, but I foresee it going quite well. Maybe relocate my license plate so that doesn't fall off at some point. But I hope this answers any questions about it and piques some people's interest. I'll also link the original trailer in the description. It's a Lowe's 3.5 by 5 foot mesh utility trailer. Anyway, thanks for watching,